Epic Hero. I'm Hope Pennington, artistic nerd or nerdy artist, whatever way you want to look at it, and I'm here to talk about being antisocial and being anti-antisocial. So I self-identify as a nerd and definitely someone who struggles with being social. I'm an introvert, but I'm not crazy introverted, but I'm also shy. And a lot of people get surprised when they hear that I'm an introvert or that I'm shy because they say I come across at parties and events and things as really outgoing, and that's because I love people. And it's also because I force myself to try to be social. So let's talk about that. Now, being antisocial can come from so many different things. One, it can just come from being an introvert and needing time alone to process things. Don't confuse that, if you can, with being shy and afraid of people, which is another reason that I'm antisocial. I'm antisocial because I'm introverted, and I'm antisocial sometimes because I am shy and self-conscious. So those are two very different reasons for being what is my brain? Sometimes some people literally don't need that alone time. So if you're one of those people who does need that alone time, or you know someone who does, don't be hard on them for that. Like, they can't help it, and it's just the way that they think, and it's perfectly normal, or it's the way that you think, and it's perfectly normal and fine. But the other reason for being antisocial, being self-conscious and shy, that's the one that I'm trying to address today. I used to have much more of an issue with self-image, like literally image. Like, my skin, I have a lot of acne issues, so I'd be so super self-conscious about that. I wouldn't want to go out in public because I'd have scars on my face, and or I didn't know how to do makeup, so I couldn't really cover them up properly, and felt fat and all those kinds of things. I don't feel fat anymore, and I'm not as self-conscious about the acne. And frankly, it wasn't just about acne. It was about, what's it called? Derma something or other, skin picking constantly. And so I was self-conscious about scars from my skin picking and my acne and all that. If I look at myself and say that like, say if I have a bunch of scars, or I'm heavier than what my head thinks is ideal, if I'm doing that, then I'm judging. Not just judging myself, I'm judging other people that have that problem. So if I look at someone and they're, heavier than me, and I look at someone and they have acne scars, like more the same amount of acne scars as I do, I'm judging them if I'm judging me. Now I may be thinking, no, they look fine, they look beautiful. But if I think that I don't look fine and beautiful for the weight and scars that I have, then I am by definition judging those people. So every time I start to think, oh, you're kind of overweight, or oh, only you could be thin like that girl, or oh, you kind of have these scars, if only you could do makeup like that girl, the minute that thought enters my head, I think out loud in my head, that's a lie. You can't judge people by the scars and their weight. You are not this has been my key phrase lately, you're not a victim, you are a victor. And you will be a victor by saying aloud in your head, scars do not define me, my personality defines me. And if people that mind don't matter, and the people that matter don't mind, and yeah, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, but then there's the other part of self-image where I have a hard time talking to people, as probably lots of people do. You just go into a conversation and then you're just like, what do I say? How do I act? You don't want to make the other people feel uncomfortable, but sometimes they'll say something to you or to me, and I'll just stand there staring like, I don't know what the formula is, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, I don't want to stutter, I don't want to seem uncomfortable and odd, I don't want to, and even if I'm not thinking about what they think of me, I'll just start to feel like I'm making them uncomfortable and all these things. Now, these sorts of self-image issues that are more about how you behave, they usually come from, if you dig deep, they're really me assuming what the other person is thinking and placing an insane amount of value on what that person is thinking. So if I'm stuttering, I don't know what to say, or if I'm around a very attractive, put-together person and I am nervous, because I feel like I'm just like nothing, like I'm just like a slob compared to them, and I'm nervous about it, uncomfortable, that means that I'm assuming that they're thinking that I am a slob or messy person, or assume that they're feeling awkward around me, or assume that I'm making them uncomfortable. I'm assuming that they're thinking these things about me, or feeling these things about me. So if I can say out loud, you're assuming that. And these little tricks that I do in my head, where if I see a very put together person and I start freaking out, like I can't really talk to them because I'm just like, how? She's perfect. She has that makeup perfect, and I can't even, I've tried and I can't do that thing, that contouring thing, and I don't even want to, but she's so perfect, and oh my gosh, well, she's gotta have a flaw somewhere. And I start like looking for a flaw. No, she dresses perfect. She has a perfect, weight. She's even like eating perfectly healthy. She's perfectly put together. She's making all these people feel comfortable, and I just like can't find a flaw, and I'm just like going insane. And then I do this little trick in my head where I go, you know what? No, everybody has flaws. So I imagine her like that morning getting coffee and like spilling coffee on her perfectly white shirt, and that maybe just her blazer that she's wearing is just covering up that coffee spot. And even if I know this maybe didn't happen, I'm putting like a flaw on her because I'm thinking she has a flaw, because all humans have flaws. And so if I'm able to associate that with her, then I can be like, you know what, yes, she did something like that at some point, because we all do. And that makes me be able to talk to her and, I don't know, yeah, break that illusion that people are somehow more perfect than you, because they're not. Just be at home, hanging out, doing work, just reading books, watching shows, mostly working. I get a little bit of a workaholic sometimes, and I just never get around to talking to people, because sometimes it just feels easier not to, even though I know that where I am now, I can have a comfortable afternoon conversation time with people. But I think somewhere in my subconscious, I think that I can't, and I feel nervous about what they'll say or think or whatever. So I just slowly accidentally block them out of my life. Well, what I have to do is force myself to schedule times to meet up with people, schedule times to go out to coffee with someone, schedule times to go out and hang out with someone at their house, or go out and go help somebody clean out their garage, or go, just, if I can't think of anything, just go somewhere where there are people and people will talk to me, and it doesn't take that long to find a place to go where there are people, and go with the people that, have the same values or have the same interests, or have something that, I'll be interested in. So it's just not just like a generic party of people I don't know or relate to at all, but then I go and spend time with the person and am always healthier and better for it, and you have that relatability and connectability. People are willing to do this, and I just gotta make myself do it. I don't know why I'm so hesitant to do that sometimes. So I just have to make myself do it. And then when it's happening, it is awesome. Kind of like anything that you force yourself to do. Like, for instance, for me, Bible reading, exercising, getting up in the mornings. They're things that you don't feel like you want to do, but then when you do them, you feel so much better. Same thing with socializing for me. So I just gotta make myself do it. And yeah, those are ways that I'm forcing myself to be social. And I guess I would call myself not an antisocial person, but an anti-antisocial person, because I feel antisocial a lot of the time. But I'm against that because I want to feel good and be good, healthy, and all such things. It really is incredibly helpful to me to remember that every single one of us humans is awkward and flawed and doesn't know everything, and we're all on the level field right here. Well, not here, right here with humanness, and we're all here. No matter how perfect he or she looks and acts and does, we're all here. And yes, we all have special things about us, but they're all different. And yeah, we're all on a level playing field. So there's nothing to be awkward about or feel ashamed about. And if anyone makes you feel lower than them, forgive them, because they either don't know what they're doing, or if they do know what they're doing, they still don't know what they're doing, because if they really knew, they wouldn't do it. And you know that that's not true. So have an awesome, social, in a comfortable way week, and happy Monday. We are epic heroes, and I'll see you in the next video.